Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. George. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, George. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
Hey, let's go.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, George. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now that play is able to get on the run, and they're still accurate throwing the football.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So we reach halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Ready?
On 1st down, George. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, after a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Throwing on 1st down. George. Quick hitter here. It's complete. First play of the drive, a success. 19 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Eluding the pressure right. Up over the top. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 46 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got it.
It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. Throwing to start the drive. George. It's caught. Smith breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ito Smith with his second touchdown. Third quarter action. This offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. On 1st and 10, George. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Looking to throw. George. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster. Complete. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back to throw. George. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 13 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. George. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. On 3rd down, George. He may try and run for this. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to win.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. He'll run it, and he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. To throw on second down, George. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
54, line 54. I hope you brought your left now.
On first down, George flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Niners, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, along...
Yeah, they took it to 10. Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might try to no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge.